When you truly open your hearts, all that is unloving falls out. Humanity's awakening process continues to accelerate, and for many this is very unsettling, even disturbing. The pace of technological change worldwide has increased enormously over the last 150 years, and is continuing to do so in an exponential curve, and again, many are wondering how long this can continue and how people will be able to cope with it. You have experts in various fields who are very knowledgeable, but most people have practically no understanding of how modern technology works. But everyone understands that if your electric grids break down, almost all of your modern technology ceases to function, and that is a very worrying thought. Will humanity be thrown back into the dark ages when all technology was hand-driven? How could you survive such an eventuality? Is the collapse of the illusion going to be an enormous step backwards, technology-wise? So many worrying questions and so few meaningful answers. How can love possibly resolve all of humanity's major issues, disease, wars, poverty, cultural and religious disagreements, and the resultant pain, fear and suffering? Love resolves all issues, period. Many doubt this and have great difficulty in believing that such a thing might be possible. But only love is real. All that is not of love is illusory, unreal, and will fade away. If you truly engage with love, you find yourselves able to deal with whatever arises in your lives. It does not remove sickness, pain, or suffering, but it assists you most powerfully in dealing with them. These issues, as they arise in your lives, are lessons you plan for yourselves before incarnating as humans, presented to you at the most appropriate moment so that you may learn them and release the underlying need for them. Nothing in your lives occurs by chance. Everything is planned, even the apparent chaos and confusion. As the moment of your awakening draws closer, these lessons are arising rapidly one after another to be learned and cleared, and you have great help available from all of us in the spiritual realms if you will but call on us to ask for it. Separation never happened because to separate from Source, Mother, Father, God is impossible, as there is only the One. You are never alone. When you feel alone, abandoned, lost, with no one to whom you can turn for help and guidance, please, go within, to your own personal and holy inner sanctuary where love dwells within you eternally, and ask for help. We long to help you, but help has to be sought and asked for. Then you have to remain quiet and listen. So often people call on us seeking help and then their egos rush in to offer advice which distracts them from that essential listening. And what egos offer are methods for you to use to prove to others that you are right and that they are, or were, wrong. That gives you a feeling of justification and self-righteousness which, if expressed, offends the others involved and deepens the rifts dividing you. You then think ego thoughts having arisen rapidly in your minds in response to your call for help, that your inner guidance does not work. Love, as you have so often been told, while being infinitely powerful, is also infinitely gentle. It is like water flowing, soft, smooth, and extremely persistent. It never ceases, but flows unceasingly, washing away and dissolving all obstructions in its path. Water has been rightly described as the ultimate solvent, and, as with love, nothing can withstand its endless and gentle smoothing and polishing effects. Humanity is being called home to love. Love is your nature, but you have hidden from it and pretended that it is unavailable, unreal, or that you personally are unworthy of its utter and total acceptance of you just as you are. Love wants nothing and gives everything, always. There is no accounting or measuring, it is free and gives itself completely to all of you, to all whom God has created, constantly and ceaselessly. As you have been told so often, all that you need do is open your hearts and allow it in. So many have been severely hurt and abused through many lifetimes that they are afraid to open their hearts, fearing further abuse or betrayal. But I am telling you that love is within you, always, awaiting only your acceptance of it, and that absolutely demands your own complete self-acceptance. You are all divine beings, created in love and from love, but you have hidden that truth from yourselves by embracing self-doubt, often strongly encouraged in you as children by the adults in your lives, an intense anxiety as to whether there is anything of value at all about you or within you. This then leads to resentment, bitterness, and hatred, all of which are fear-based, causing you to erect a string of defenses to protect you from further pain and suffering. But those defenses only lock the pain within you. That is why I keep telling you to open your hearts and allow. When you truly open your hearts, all that is unloving falls out, and love sweeps in to embrace you and melt away the last residues of fear to which you might be clinging. Love is your nature, and when you choose and decide to allow it entry, your life experience changes dramatically for the better. You all know or have met or heard about people who are truly loving, and you are therefore aware that they are always at peace, and offer only love and peace to all with whom they interact, regardless of what others may offer them. And doing this always disarms any unloving ones with whom they interact. Truly, love is the answer to every issue, to every problem, to every situation in which you find yourselves. But you allow fear to rule you. You live with the question, what if? Almost constantly running through your heads, and as displeasing or painful events arise in your lives, it further convinces you of the importance and validity of this ever-present question. But where you focus your attention is the decisive and critical factor in bringing events and situations into your human lives. Often you may think that you are focusing only on the positive, but because you have powerful underlying doubts and fears that you attempt to deny or bury, how are you today? I'm wonderful, I'm great. What you fear or worry about often arises. Then you respond with, I knew that would happen. Well, you did, and you were right. Recognize and release those aspects of yourselves that effectively sabotage your daily lives, those deep feelings of unworthiness and unacceptability. Then intend to open your hearts to love, and allow it to flow into you and through you, healing you and those with whom you interact. As you keep being reminded, love is your nature. When you allow it and accept, instead of hiding from it, and from yourselves, life will flow more smoothly and beneficially for you, just as you and God intend. Just remember that doubts lead to fear, and fear shuts down your awareness of love. Fear builds defenses, sometimes enormous ones, and you do not need them, once you make the decision that you do not need them. So make that decision, knowing, as you do, that you are always divinely supported, and expect love to guide you, and it will. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com